Alrighty, team. Team had us. Not yet. Not team yet, man. Alright. So boom. We took a couple trades today. A little later in the day though. So around the 9:30 time is when I typically, I take all my trades around the 9:30 New York session open time. That's when I take most of my trades, around the New York session open time. So for this, we're gonna go over the couple trades. I didn't take one here. Wait, let me see. Where is it? 9:30. I didn't take it because once I saw this candle right here, I'm like, yeah. Because usually on the first candle of the market open, we got a nice flowing candle in one of their directions to kind of tell us where we're gonna be headed later. But I saw this indecision candle, so I'm like, I'm gonna wait for a little bit. I want to see some nice clean breaks. So once price closed, price closed right here. So once price closed right here, once this candle, because I waited for this candle to close. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. If I lose like the last couple trades due to me being impatient on this candle, I'll stop for a couple days, until I start seeing it again, and then vice versa. So boom, we broke this trend line, and I thought we were about to get like a little retest of this area. So I could have hopped in right here at the 25 pip stop loss, but I'm like, all right, now I'll play this a little more patient today, just because it's a lot of indecision. I'm gonna wait for the break of this area, which it did. This area right here, and it came back and retested. So it came here, then we got a nice retest right here. Once we got this retest, as you can see on the 1 minute, I saw we made a huge gap. On the 1 minute, where is it? On the 1 minute, we made a huge gap right here. So as you can see, it came to take some of this this liquidity right here. It came to snatch some of this, and then it continued down. So as you can see, I was already going sales, and so it came all the way down. It came all the way down here, got a couple gaps and stuff. It came all the way down to this the support area right here, and then it bounced all the way back up to fill in some of these gaps. It also had it probably came liquidity grab. Stopped some of these people out, targeted some of these people, stop loss that was in it for sales as well. So I'm like, I'm gonna be patient. And then I saw we also had this little trend line right here. So I marked that a little bit to kind of give me a little general area for my stop loss as well. So it came here. Once I saw this create the gap right here, I immediately went short, just due to I see this head and shoulders pattern already, which we kind of got a formation already of. And then we got this nice gap opening. So I'm like, okay, we're going to come back and fill that gap. Definitely. I was already sales heavy. I'm like, this thing was just targeting people stop loss, and then it was going to be done. So as you can see on the 5 minute, I got into about right here. And then as you can see, I targeted to this 1 minute fair value gap for my target. This 1 minute fair value gap I targeted right there for my target. And then I saw this thing kept going. So I'm like, okay, if we could get a break of this support, see support, we got a break. And as you can see, that first trade right here, that trade up top, that was this $1,500 one. No, I meant $1,100. I'm sorry, $1,100 one. And then this trade, 158, is when I took right here. I'm gonna tell you right here. So it came down. I'm like, okay, it broke through the support. Nice. Let's come up and get a retest. I'll enter off a bearish engulfing candle. So we did that. So right here, I kind of entered early. I saw the wick. I'm like, okay, we could kind of play a formation like this, or it just goes completely red next and goes. So I'm like, okay, I'll play it off the wick of this candle. So I put my wicks above this high, and on this candle, I got stopped out. So, okay, I'm like, okay, saw where this closed at, so I'm going to be a little bit more patient. I waited for this engulfing candle. Once I saw the 1 minute candle was about to close and we were right below this, I entered and I targeted this bottom demand area right here. So that was it right here for the trades today. Very simple. Usually, on this 9:30 candle, I could have literally just placed, like on a 9:30, if I would have went like this. Where's that candle? 9:30, 30 right there. Oh yeah, we're looking at the 1 minute. So as you can see, if you literally wait for a breakout of these two, I mean, you could have probably even caught a good push right here, but I would not have entered that trade just because the wall right here. I would have waited, like, honestly, just because it's support. I would have waited till it probably broke out of this and then retested it, just because I don't want to hold a trade for that little amount, you know. Even though that's a shit ton of pips though, bro. If we entered on the break of let me see, 9:30. If we entered on the break of this, he'd have probably got stopped out right there. Yeah. So sometimes you want to be patient, you guys. You want to be patient. So say for example, if I did get in, so I'd have had a stop loss right here. I mean, I would have had a stop loss right here, and I'd had some what is it called? What do you call it? Fucking what the fuck? Why don't I resistance, bro? How don't I know that? All right, so let me stop. All right, so we came down here, then we came up. I saw this trend line, so I'm like, maybe we're just retesting this trend line right here. So that's another reason why I didn't want to get in, because I saw this trend line. I'm like, this can just be a trend line retest, which it was. As you can see, we got this huge engulfing candle, and then we literally took off. So once we did that right there, I'm like, okay, too late. I think I was doing something, so I'm like, okay, I'll just wait for it to come back up to here. I'll enter off this this trade right here. I'll enter off this little gap. I knew it had to be filled, and I knew we were near this this support. As you can see, I'm at resistance, 1 touch, 2 touches, 3 touches, 4, 5, and it just wasn't breaking through. We are already in a bearish market, so I'm like, hey, definitely sales heavy today. And that's what we did. We came over, took some sales, took this small L on this wick out right here, but we made it back. Don't even worry. Made it back 1-to-1. And then, hey, very simple. Also, guys, I was making a few mistakes because I switched over from Trade Locker, so I'm just getting used to like the contracts and things, you know, just adjusting to that. No big deal though. As you can see though, we're up 1,100 for the day. Come back tomorrow. We're gonna do the same thing. Well, Monday. We're gonna do the same thing. Let's add these to the journal. We'll do that after. But yeah, guys, it's that easy. I'm starting to love these breaks and retests, guys, because you know sometimes these could be just liquidity sweeps, but that's where the break and retest comes out. Because if it's not a liquidity sweep, if it is a liquidity, it would just keep going, and then that's where. So if it kept going right here, I would also waited for something like this. So if we broke above this, I would have came down. Would have came right here. I would have probably, depending on, would I have gotten to that? I don't know, because that 1 minute candle looked at so strong. So I don't know if I would have had gotten into that to like for like a break and retest of this. But I mean, it still wouldn't have been a bad trade, you know, if you would have targeted these highs right here. Would not have been that bad of a trade, but that candle confirmation looks horrible. And then we have this break of structure right here as well. We got this break of structure here as well, showing we're still bearish. All right, so yeah, that's typically it, you guys. That's it. Yeah, usually I take the 9:30 breakout trade. If not, I'll just come back for a breakout retest, or I'll just find another, you know, high class trade, guys. It's that simple. Just wait for good setups, guys. Wait for it to get to these key areas, guys. Don't take trades into between here. Like I could have literally took the breakout right here. But it's between, you see how wait till we get to these key areas, because then you have a higher probability of hitting the trade. You know, you can trade right here, but it's just a lower probability. And why would you want a lower probability? All right, but you guys, that's simple. That's that for today. And then we'll go over Monday's trade soon. I stopped shooting these videos. I gotta start shooting them again. I'm not gonna lie, I did go on a huge losing streak. I went on a fucking I got a payout, guys. I forgot to show you guys that. Let me see if I could probably bring that up. Hold on 1 second. If I can cut this off, I can bring up the payout for you guys. I did get a payout from Clarity Traders. Let's see. Just go on Gmail, right? Clarity. Hey, you just earned commissions. No, not that. Clarity. On the wrong account. This was sent to, yeah. What is it? What is it called again? Oh yeah. Hold on, yeah. And then, by the way, this This literally was on a fucking 10K account. As you can see, no cap, y'all. Yeah, I received a payout before. Don't think I'm capping, y'all. I don't got time to lie to you guys. I'm in a God, you know. Alright, look though. Your payout will be requested soon. This was what? February 21st. This was about 2 months ago. But you know, that's a goal, bro. It took me about 2 years to get this like a payout, and it happened. So that's growth, and that's all that matters. I know I'm growing, so nobody can tell me nothing. Trade is going good. I know it's a lot on here, y'all. This is just like a fair value got marked up on a higher time frame to see if it was gonna fill it today, but it didn't. So gotta probably start headed up there next week, definitely, because we have been extremely bearish. So I could see us starting to kind of head up, fill some of these gaps in here on the higher time frames. But yeah, that's simple. Like, look at this huge ass gap. That's gonna come and fill that soon. If I show you an example, see this gap right here? Came, filled it. This gap right here, this gap is gonna get filled soon. Probably not yet, but it will soon. See this gap? Filled. This gap right here, look, got filled over here. On this candle over here. It comes back though, trust me. So watch those gaps, guys. Fair value gaps. Watch the gaps getting filled right here. Look what happened right here. Oh well, not really, but it did come and fill this right here. If this candle was right here, that would have been a perfect one. I think it was kind of probably one on the smaller time frame, maybe a little bit, not too major, but you know, you guys get the point. Fair value gaps, guys, good for targets and shit, and then using psychological numbers as well. So closing trades at like 17,950, like on the dot, you know. Alrighty, guys, that's it for trading. I'm gonna get this uploaded for y'all, and we're going crazy.